Where's the question? There isn't any question, it's just ask EVW, there's no question! It's like when you try to divide by 0 and the world explodes! I can't wrap my head around it. What happened here? What happened? Who decided to start typing something and just put ask EVW with nothing? How could you do that? Why do you gotta play with me like that, Mr. Jack Juggernaut? Okay, you're playing with my mind. Okay, let's just move on. I think I'm over it. Which is better, Dr. Wily's castle or Zelda's forest theme? Now, both of these songs are really cool, but Dr. Wily's Castle's the shit! That is one of the most iconic songs, for me anyways, like, ever to exist in gaming. I love that song to bits. That song cannot be touched. But Zelda Forest Theme is great, by the way. I love Zelda music. Will you play more Wii U games on your channel besides Super Mario Maker? There aren't that many Wii U games. There's like, you know, Mario Kart, Super Mario 3D Land. These are all Mario. I guess there's Star Fox, which I haven't played yet, which I hear is okay. But there just aren't that many Wii U games. There's more of a chance that I'd be playing more Wii games on the channel, to be honest. Like Super Punch-Out or something like that, than Wii U games. But when the Nintendo Switch comes out, I'll be bringing some Nintendo Switch stuff to the channel because Nintendo Switch does look really interesting, and I'm interested to see how it does. Breath of the Wild looks awesome. I'll probably just stream that, though I don't think I would actually make videos for that. That would be quite a long series to make on YouTube. And, you know, long series on YouTube, long gaming series are kind of dying. They're still there, they're kind of dying. They don't do as well as other videos. So yeah, definitely would stream that though. Can I lick your scalp? Well, if you lick the scalp and you take any hair with you, you gotta give that hair back because I need all the hair I can get, okay? Please don't take too much. Do you like turtles or squirtles? Yeah, I know they're the same type of animal. Well, are they? A squirtle's a Pokemon, a turtle's a non-Pokemon, so you know, one of them's based on the other, but are they actually the same animal? What's your favorite part about living in Korea? Probably getting invited to go out drinking with random middle-aged men that are from my gym, and then us partying together, and eventually going to a singing room where they start to serenade me in English songs. How do you study Korean? Same as any other language, really. Just gotta memorize new vocabulary, you gotta brush up on your grammar, you gotta get a little bit of vocabulary to use with new grammar, and then learn more vocabulary and use it with newer grammar, and just repeat the process over and over again. And it really helps if you have someone to speak it to, because you can learn how to read and write all you want. If you have no one to speak it to, then you're kind of screwed, so you can find a partner online easily, a nice little language exchange. It's the beauty of the internet, there are websites for that. I'm lucky because I can just go outside and speak it and talk to, you know, my girlfriend and her family, so for me, that part's really easy. What is your opinion on cyberbully channels, aka Leafy RiceGum, etc.? Well, I don't have a problem with RiceGum. Leafy, wow, his channel, I have a strong opinion about his channel, and I was actually thinking about making a video about that because I get asked a lot what my opinion is of Leafy's channel. And I have quite a strong opinion of that, you know, coming from someone who has been a teacher for 5 years. Yeah, I have a strong opinion of Leafy, but that's probably for like a whole video that would take a while to make. I might do that soon. Favorite movie genre? I love action movies. I love kind of dark action movies. Korea has a lot of those. You know, not like the lighthearted ones. I do like the lighthearted ones too, like, you know, superhero movies, lighthearted, tongue-in-cheek humor movies that have action in them. Those are great as well, but I really like kind of more dark ones. I also love historical movies, like, you know, Braveheart, Gladiator. Those are also really interesting to me as well. Favorite all-time strategy games? Probably StarCraft. StarCraft is fantastic. I love it to death. I played a lot of StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. I played Zerg. Yeah, I was a Zerg player. What's your favorite thing about YouTube? Probably all these ladies. Look at them. Yeah. There's no one here. Shit. How old are you today? That was asked on my birthday. I turned 30 years old. I'm 30 years old! Oh my god! I don't feel any different, actually. And yeah, I started exercising again recently. I feel kind of good, right? feel quite good. I mean, 30 is not old. A lot of you people that are younger than 30, like maybe in your early 20s or before that, like in your teenage years would think, oh, 30 is so far away. And you know, 30 is so old to me. But once you actually get to 30, you're like, oh wow, I'm still so young. Comparatively, right? And I still have so much of my adult life ahead of me. I really don't feel old at all. So yeah, I'm 30, yeah, me, woohoo! How hard is it to edit a video because I want to be a YouTuber in the future? It all depends on what you want to do for your channel. Some people do unedited videos really well because they're just naturally entertaining, like the Game Grumps. Some of their videos have some edits in them, but others don't. Right? And you can do that if you are really entertaining, but if you find you're lacking in some parts, you can edit your videos more to make them seem funnier. And you can also be very entertaining and edit your videos, like there's a YouTuber called CoreyX Kenshin who does that very well. So it all depends on what you want to do with your channel. I've found kind of a middle ground where I put some edits into my videos, but I don't like edit the crap out of them. But you know, you gotta find what works for you, right? Every YouTuber is different. In terms of just basic editing skills though, you're gonna be slow at the beginning. You will get quicker as you do it more. How many demon levels do you have? I don't know, over 100 something. And are you also gonna try and beat Yatagarasu? What's your favorite game you've ever played? It's really hard to say, but I would go with Okami. I love Okami so much. My favorite RPG though is Xenogears. Okami or Xenogears, these games are both absolutely fantastic. You know, you can play Okami and probably still enjoy it. Xenogears, it's a little dated. I still love the shit out of it, but I don't know, a lot of you guys probably wouldn't like it. Do you know any tips on finding easy demons? Just follow a lot of YouTubers, Jump Trash YouTubers, to get some ideas for levels to play. That's really all. There are a lot of YouTubers that play various kinds of demon levels. Follow them, you'll find a bunch of levels. Will you play Resident Evil 7 when it comes out? Yes! Will you ever do an uncut GD vid? That would be very boring, so no. Since when did you become good at GD? Did you get motivation? I actually am, I guess I'm good, but I'm not great. I can pass some demon levels, but there's a lot of room for me to grow if I so choose to put the time into the game. So I'm not great at the game, and the higher up you get, the harder it is to motivate yourself to push you over the humps that you get thrown at you, because it takes a lot more practice to get over that next hurdle. To get just a little bit better at the game for me now, I have to go over quite a big hurdle, where at the beginning I could learn how to do things and I felt like I made a lot of improvement with just a little practice time. Now it takes a lot of practice time just to perfect something, you know? To fly just a little bit better, I have to put in a lot of time to practice, and that actually kills my motivation a little bit. I hate to say it because I want to make videos and I have all this other stuff I gotta do, and I don't really know if I want to put in the extra time to do that. So yeah, it hurt my motivation a little bit, but still, you know, I still do want to get better. I gotta put in some time to practice. Are you thinking on playing any more visual novels? Yes, I love visual novels. I should really go searching for one. That's a good idea. But I need to find out a good one to play. There's so many Sakura games that have come out that kind of look interesting, and I've been thinking about playing one, but I told myself I wouldn't. I told myself I wouldn't, Eric. Don't do it. Don't get sucked in. Will you ever consider having meetups? I will be going to PAX South. PAX South will be pretty cool. If you live in Texas, come to PAX South. But in terms of just random meetups, I live in Korea. It's kind of hard for me to like get out to just have random meetups, right? To be like, hey, I'm gonna go to Seattle, guys. I'm gonna spend like thousands of dollars to get there on a hotel and plane, and then have like 2 people show up at a park and me being like, woo! I don't know if I want to do that, right? But yeah, PAX South, if you're in Austin, Texas. How can you see the future of YouTube? Well, I gotta say, gaming's dying a little bit on YouTube just because there's so many gamers, there's so many people to choose from now that the piece of pie that you can attain from gaming is smaller and smaller. So the future of YouTube is people will have to find something that's more unique and interesting. I want to put more Korean videos on the channel. With my friend Lester, we're gonna be making some more. And so the future of YouTube is trying to make, I think, just interesting content, you know, and that can be done with gaming as well, right? Don't get me wrong, gaming is still gonna be on YouTube and it's gonna be a very big part of YouTube, but it's gonna be interesting how gaming shifts. how gaming changes. And we can already see that in, like I've already mentioned earlier in this video, how some videos are much more well edited, and there's a lot of cool effects that are going into gaming videos, and that's kind of the route that YouTube gaming is taking. And so, you know, it's really hard to say, because if I knew what the future of YouTube was, I would just go and do that, and I would be successful, and I'd be like, bling bling motherfuckers, I know the future of YouTube, I know exactly what's gonna happen. But I don't know the exact future. Those were just my opinions as to what could possibly, you know, come up in the future. Apple. Pen? I like this one. I really like this one because it asks, will you ever change your cube style? Please do it! No, not gonna change it. Attack on Titan or Death Note and Corpse Party or GD, those games and those anime are so different from each other that it's really hard to compare them. Attack on Titan is straight up action. Death Note is straight up a battle of wits between people. It's very dramatic. It's very different. Corpse Party is a story-driven game. GD isn't a story-driven game. It's impossible to compare them. Do you ever dream of being part of the Anime 4 of YouTube? The Anime Man, Lost Paws, Misty Cronexia, Aki Dearest. They're all great YouTubers. They're cool, and in some capacity, I know them all online, some more than others. They're good people, but do I want to become part of the Anime 4? Not really. They are neck deep in the anime world. They know a lot about anime. I love anime too, but I'm more like, you know, maybe chest deep in the anime world, right? I don't watch all the new seasons as they're coming out, and I'm not like, oh god, this new movie's out, I have to watch it immediately. I just watch anime as like a side hobby, gaming being my main hobby. The way that they're into anime is what I'm like into games. I know a ton about games. I've played hundreds and hundreds, thousands of games in my life. I can talk about games for hours. I have hundreds of games. I have almost every single console that's ever been released. I love gaming. So do I want to become a part of the Anime 4? Not really, but that's not to say that I would never become friends with them someday if we did, you know, maybe meet each other at a convention or something, got to talking. That would be cool. Watching anime and trying to jump on the bandwagon, being like, I'm gonna watch a lot of anime to be in the Anime 4, that's a little strange, because you're not watching anime for your love of anime, you're watching anime to like wedge yourself in between some friendships. That's a little strange. The friendship between those four, I think it came very naturally. They liked each other, and so they made friends. They weren't trying to make like an anime super powerhouse, like a superpower team, right? They didn't try to do that. It just came organically. Do you smonk the dank? Fucking kids these days, man. Do you like tacos? I fucking love tacos, but I just can't find a good taco where I live in Korea. God damn it! Thanks for reminding me. Was there ever a demon level in GD you almost wanted to give up on? Fairy dust every goddamn day. What's the point in living? You're gonna die anyway. Nice shirt, by the way. Nice shirt means kill yourself. I think that was a meme that Leafy started. Wow, don't cut yourself on that edge over there. Ooh. Do you think Crazy Man 50 can make an easy demon? No, he's called Crazy Man. Of course he wouldn't make one. He's not called Lie on the Beach Under an Umbrella and Jack Off Man. He's called Crazy Man. Are you ever going to try Supersonic? It's easier than it looks. Well, Supersonic, the first bit is actually really easy, the first 40%. Then it changes into like a really tight wave into upside down rocket section, and that's the one I have the most problem with. The whole rest of the level, it's not that bad. You're right, it isn't that bad. But that part alone has prevented me from actually going and trying further because I wasn't good enough to do that. I died every single time going through there. I would love to do it someday though. From what country does your name derive from and what kind of heritage do you have? Well, that's interesting. I was asking my mother about it. So on my mother's side, I have German, Irish, Norwegian, and German. For my father's side, I have Polish, British, and then from my grandmother, I don't know. She passed away, and I'd have to ask my father, who doesn't know very well either. Really want to find that out. But I am a mix of a lot of things. Which game mode do you find the most difficult? The fucking wave. Hands down, the goddamn wave! Have you ever played Chrono Trigger? Yeah, it's a great game. I love Chrono Trigger to death. One of my favorite JRPGs. Also, do you think it's possible to become a famous YouTuber using only mobile games and vlogs but not owning a computer? It'd be very hard because you'd have no way of editing videos, and editing videos is very important. How can we send you fan mail because I made a cool thing for you? Well, send me an email at EricVanWilderman@gmail.com for fan mail. Please do not send me messages like, hey Eric, how's it going, buddy? Because I'll hate your guts forever. It's only for when people want to send me fan mail or business inquiries. After viewing your description of finger banging, I have to say your girl is a lucky lady. That is all. Floats away. I got the skills. This is an interesting question. What do you like about your life so far? That is not dumb. That's a great question. I really enjoy my life because I spent the majority of my 20s traveling and teaching English. And I really like that. I got to see a lot more of the world than I thought I was ever going to see in my life. When I finished university, when I was still in my home city, I was in my hometown, Prince George, a small city, I didn't feel like I was going to be traveling much, and I thought maybe I would spend a lot of my life being at home and stationary, but I managed to get out of my comfort zone, and I really liked that, because if I wouldn't have gotten out of my comfort zone, I would have never started YouTube, because that was getting out of my comfort zone in a big way as well, and yeah, that's what I've liked about life, is getting out of my comfort zone to be able to come to Korea, teach English, travel all around Southeast Asia, as well as, you know, starting up YouTube. Yeah, I gotta really get out of my comfort zone again, though, because I'm getting really complacent and really comfortable. So your question kind of reminded me about that. I gotta go do something really interesting soon, or change something about my life. Opinion on the 60, 144 hertz thing? Well, 144 hertz only really helps you if you're an amazing player to begin with, because it helps to see more frames than you normally would, to get through really tight spaces. But, you know, if you're not an amazing player, 144 hertz isn't gonna really help you much. Will you ever go to Europe one day? I would love to go to Europe someday, but I don't have any plans in the near future. What game mode do you find the easiest? I would say either the ball or the robot. Punch a toaster.